Today we're going to be looking at the best dads you can be if you want your kids to succeed in the NBA. At number 5, we have the average Joe. These dads, 9 times out of 10, have not even picked up a basketball. They were too focused on their 9 to 5, working in steel mills, working as farmers, as clerks, just hardworking, reliable jobs so they could support their kids who happen to want to be basketball players. These are players like Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, Hakeem Olajuwon, great players, top 75, but mildly overrated and not always reliable when you needed them. Not too common anymore because a lot of players are going through the basketball camp pipeline. And for that, you need to be able to have connections and money. Number 4 is what I like to call the coulda-beens. A lot of undrafted players and all the college ballers who thought they were studs but were not able to touch an NBA roster. These fathers usually played overseas and raised their kids really rough and pushed them to their limit, trying to achieve their dreams so that they can live through their sons.
He was so mean to me.
And these guys are usually courtside or professional coaches like T. Morant or LeVar Ball.
The best coach ever.
Or Jason Tatum's father. The kids still have talent though. We got Ja Morant, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, 1/3 of the Ball brothers, even Austin Reeves. We got a good mix of talent. No top 75 guys, but still overall better than the average Joe. And they have access to facilities. Number 3 is the has-beens. These are former NBA players or draftees who had decent to mediocre careers. Usually the father is worse than the son. And we can see it's a top-heavy list. We got Curry, Harden, Kobe Bryant, and then it kind of tapers off into more light-skinned selection. We got Trae Young, Klay Thompson, Jalen Brunson, Devin Booker, Austin Rivers. We also have Bronny James, though. It's a top-heavy list, and we're kind of deviating from the 2-parent households at this point. But the sons are usually stars. These fathers are able to give their kids courtside tickets, NBA-level training, the best facilities, and they all have baby pictures with NBA stars. So the connections are there. The has-been kids usually are going to get drafted. Usually. At number 2, we've got the Deadbeat Daddies. You don't even know these guys' names. They came in for one mission. They dropped a legendary nut, and then they left and went for milk. They go hand in hand with the single mothers, and they create the most raw talent in the NBA. All you need is to train their kids how to shoot, and they're gunning for the GOAT debate. We got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Allen Iverson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Garnett, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis. Just pure raw talent, crazy vertical, crazy strength, resilience. You can't know their names. That's how you create the best NBA talent. Trench babies are hard to come by nowadays. Every deadbeat kid is a diamond in the rough. And at number 1, we have the military daddies. These are fathers who are going to wake you up at 5 in the morning, put cold water on your face, force you to make your bed, and give you a daily routine that breeds discipline, that breeds work ethic, that produces the most NBA-ready sons. These are players like Shaq, his stepfather was in the military, Michael Jordan, David Robinson, Dennis Rodman, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird. These are all people in the GOAT debate. This list has the most people in the GOAT debate, and maybe it's because they were old heads fighting in the Vietnam War or World War II or whatever, but you can't deny that they created the most talked about players. And I'm not even going to talk about Air Force versus Army or Navy. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. You can decide which one is the best branch. Even J. Cole has a chance in the NBA. So if your dad looks good in uniform and has a purple heart, you might still be able to make it. Keep practicing.